Hi, this is David. In the last video, I showed you how to create a new Azure Active Directory B2C tenant, and I mentioned that there was a problem that sometimes can occur. I'm going to go through a little bit of details of how to resolve that problem. Let me walk through this really quickly, creating a new Azure Active Directory B2C. If you want more details on this, you can watch the previous video. It's pretty short, but I'm going to create a new B2C here. B2C. Right here, create. And this is the error that I sometimes get. In fact, I have two subscriptions, and I've got this error on both of them. So that suggests that it's probably a pretty common issue. The subscription is not registered to use namespace Microsoft.AzureActiveDirectory. And I'll show you how to resolve that. What I need to do is to go up to this icon right here and click on this. This opens up a cloud shell, and there I can use the Azure either PowerShell or CLI, Azure CLI, to execute commands to address this. And there are just a few commands I have to do. Now, of course, I can do this locally. I can open up a command prompt locally. If that's the case, if I do it locally, I'll have to execute the AZ login command to log into Azure. But because I'm already logged into the portal and this is running inside the portal, I can skip that. So I can skip this command here. But if I run it locally, I'll have to do that. What I want to do is I want to find out what subscriptions are available to me, or what accounts are available, rather, within these subscriptions. And the command to do that is AZ account list. Notice I'm in the bash command here. And that lists some JSON, and sometimes my other subscription has like a couple of dozen accounts. This only has two. So if you have a lot of them, you can actually maybe write that to a file. Like that. And there's that file right there, myaccounts.json. Let me bump up the font here so make it a little easier to see. Hopefully that's a little better. And then I can download myaccounts.json, and turns out I have to spell it correctly. Right there. And there it is downloaded. If I open up my downloads folder here, I should be able to see that and open it up. By default, I have things opening up in Visual Studio Code. So I have a couple of them here, and I just look at the email address and I realize that this is the one that I want, the very first one. It's just called GIARD, my last name. That's the name of the account. So that's what I'm going to use. I want to set my subscription to that account. The command for that is AZ account set -- subscription, and then the name of the account right here. So now I've set it to be the account that I want, and now I want to register that account to use Microsoft.AzureActiveDirectory, which is what the command, the error message was. So the way I'll do that is AZ provider register -- name space Microsoft.AzureActiveDirectory. If I've spelled everything right, then that should kick it off. Now that doesn't happen instantly. It may take a couple of minutes to do that, but I can always check the status of it with this command. AZ provider show -n Microsoft.AzureActiveDirectory. And let's take a look at that. Bring this up a little bigger and scroll up. And now we should be able to see what the status is for each of these. And then what I'm looking for is the registration state. State is enabled here. No, here it is, right here. And right here. So you see that it's registered. So it's done now. It's ready to go. That's what I wanted to know. Let me now close this, and then I'll go back and say, create a new resource of type Azure Active Directory B2C, new resource, and let's see if this now works. GCast B2C, GCast B2C, put it in the resource group that I've already created, GCast B2C RG, review and create, and click on create. And now you can see I no longer have that message. I am able now within the subscription to create an Azure Active Directory B2C tenant with just a few commands using the Azure CLI and inside of the Cloud Shell. Here it was before I did that. Here it is after that, did that. And I won't wait around for this to finish. If you want to see more details about creating a B2C tenant, watch the previous video. This is David. Thank you for watching.